everyone, it's Jen. Welcome back. Today I have for you June Jewels. We're going to talk about hidden gems. I have 5 titles that I want to talk about that I feel like I don't really hear anybody talk about. Most of them are a little bit older, but they're books that I loved, I kept on my shelves, I recommend to people, and so I wanted to share those here with you. So the first hidden gem I'd like to talk about is Beast of Extraordinary Circumstance by Ruth Emmy Lang. I always want to say her name wrong, but Ruth Emmy Lang. So I picked this up on a whim. I read it, came out in I think 2000 and I just looked at it, 17? Yes, 2017, so it's a little older. But this, we are following a boy named Wylan Gray. He was born in the blizzard. He is being raised by wolves. He has magical powers. He can kind of control different things in nature. And this story is told through the people that have come across Wylan in their lives. And, you know, he makes this subtle, profound difference in all of their lives. Very whimsical, character-driven, filled with, you know, like the mood and an atmosphere, very atmospheric. And I just fell in love with this when I read it. You have themes of nature, found family, finding the extraordinary in the ordinary. And I just don't hear anybody talking about it. And I love this when I read it. Definitely more of a cozy vibe. You do have that magical realism. It kind of feels a little bit like a homespun storytelling book with magical realism in it. Very emotional, filled with wonder, a little bit sad at times, but it was really good. So I hope one of you will pick this up because I loved it and I don't hear anybody talking about it. Okay, the next one I want to talk about is The Lost Queen by Sidney Pike. Now this is part of a trilogy. I did read first and second ones, I believe. If you like Outlander, you will love this story and this trilogy. I feel like I literally have heard no one talk about this. I don't know that anyone personally that has read this book, and so that's why I'm bringing it up here. I definitely gave this 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. I actually listened to part of it on audio because I was making sure I could pronounce all the names in my head and all of that. But this is a really good book if you like Outlander. Really strong world building. We have a really strong, smart female character. So we're following Langorith, who is 6th century Scotland, and she is a kind of forgotten ancient queen of Britain. Her twin brother in this book is the character that inspired Merlin. And her homeland is facing invasion. We have Christianity kind of conflicting with the old ways of religion. The area is kind of up in political chaos, and she feels a little bit torn on what to do. So she has 2 paths she can take. She could either be priestess and kind of follow in her brother's footsteps and just stay in her country, or she can just there's an arranged marriage that's very political that is also a choice for her. Definitely themes of identity, power. She definitely gets to know herself. She helps you see her find her voice in this book. I don't want to give too much away, but I fell in love with this when I read it, and I need to pick up the 3rd one in the trilogy and finish it out. So there's that one, Lost Queen, Sidney Pike. Okay, the next one is actually the next 3 are all mystery thrillers. This is The Fourth Monkey by J.D. Barker. This is part of a trilogy. I have read the whole trilogy. I only own the first 2 books, The Fifth to Die, and then I think this 3rd one is The Sixth Child, I believe. So you have 4, 5, 6 in that. This is great if you are a fan of, let's say, Silence of the Lambs or Seven. You definitely have disturbing past timeline of the serial killer's childhood and things like that, and you also get present day page-turning investigative work. You are following a serial killer. He's known as 4MK, I believe. 4 Monkey Killer, 4MK. Yeah, it's takes place in Chicago. So the serial killer, his body is found. He's found dead, but in there he has a box, and in the box there is a diary basically that explains the methods of his killing, the reasons behind it, and also that there is still one last victim that is still alive. And then you enter Sam Porter, who's the detective, and he's trying to find this last victim. This is more on the graphic side, definitely psychological thriller horror. Such a dark and smart book. I could not put this down. I read it actually on an airplane, and I think I finished it over the flight. Like, I could not put this down, and I picked up the second one immediately, and I don't tend to do that, so that says something. What else can I tell you? That's about it, because I don't want to give anything away, but this trilogy just blew my mind. It's definitely one I want to reread. I need to get the third book. I still don't own it, but one day. So there's that one. Okay, the next one I want to talk about is The Night Sister by Jennifer McMahon. This is one of my favorites by Jennifer McMahon. This one's definitely a creepy, atmospheric thriller. Very twisty-turny, unsettling. The ending was, let's say, very layered, and I loved the ending. I was surprised all the way through, kept me guessing all the way through. Definitely blends like supernatural with family past, family secrets. There's two timelines, 1950s and 1980s. And this is a very small town. And this is the Tower Motel, which used to be a huge tourist attraction. And now it's haunted and abandoned. You are following Margot and Piper, who are sisters, and Amy, who's like a friend of the sisters. They all used to play at the hotel and live in the area when they were little. And then the present timeline, Amy is convicted or accused of a horrible crime. And so Piper and Margot are kind of forced back to this town, back to this creepy abandoned hotel. We also have Amy has an aunt that like disappeared back in the day in the 50s timeline. Yeah, I don't want to say anything more, but you got family secrets, gruesome murder, supernatural, sister with sibling relationships. This was so good. 5 stars. All these were 5 stars. Okay, and last but not least, we have The Butcher and the Wren by Elena Urquhart. I don't know if I'm saying her name wrong or not. But this is actually written, she is a co-host of a podcast called Morbid, which I listened to. I haven't listened to it in a while, but making this video made me think, like, I gotta remember to listen to that. So that's kind of cool. This takes place in Louisiana in a swamp. It's definitely dark, fast-paced, gritty. Another serial killer with a little bit of a medical examiner twist on things, which I really liked. Short chapters, page turning, quick read. It's not even that long. It's like, yeah, 240-ish pages. So it's definitely short. A lot was packed in here. Two different point of views. You get the point of view of Red Miller, who's this brilliant forensic pathologist who helps the Louisiana, New Orleans, whatever, PD kind of help find the serial killer. The serial killer is known as the Bayou Butcher. If you like Dexter, you'll like this. That's also on the back of the book, but they're absolutely right. If you like Dexter, you'll like this book. I think there's another book in the series following the same detective. And yeah, so that's it. Another serial killer, but I was just really enjoyed this. Like I said, it was short. I think I read it in a weekend. Like, I couldn't put it down. If you like Dexter, Criminal Minds, oh gosh, what else? Karen Slaughter. You like Karen Slaughter, you'll like this book. Little bit cat and mouse chase game, but like I said, a little bit graphic, definitely suspenseful, dark and twisty. Can't go wrong with this. This is, I actually think, what is the second book? Here it is. The Butcher Game. So I own this one. I haven't read this one yet, but I want to. Story of my life. Yeah, a Dr. Ren Mueller novel. So if you like Dr. Ren's character, there's more coming out in that. So that's all I have. Those are 5 hidden gems that I want to get in your hands. I hope you pick one of these up. I hope summer is going great so far for everyone. And I hope you guys are reading something that you are loving. And thanks again, as always. I will see you in my next video. Happy reading. Bye.